Okay, well, thank you, Andrea Rossi, for being willing to join for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
And so just, I think it was Monday, we received a report from you regarding your progress with the E-Cat.
Yes.
We spoke previously in May, so it's been 2 months. What would you say has been your major activity between May and July then?
The main activity has been the preparation of the manufacturing and also many tests with the E-Cat to make it as reliable as possible.
And are you satisfied with the progress that you've made at this point?
Yes, yes, absolutely yes.
One of the things that you mentioned in the most recent report is that you had now delivered all the know-how regarding the E-Cat to
Yes,
your licensee. Why did you make that decision?
because they have the power and the organization to speed up the manufacturing, etc. And obviously, to manufacture, they need to know the know-how, because otherwise they would not be able to manufacture the product.
And so right now you have said that your role with the licensee is the that of chief scientist.
Yes, correct.
So
I will be. My task is to improve the product. Every product now and again is upgraded, mainly in the field of electric engineering and electronics, and also for the chemical part. I will continue the research and development that mainly I have made lately.
So if you're the chief scientist, that means I assume that there are scientists working under your direction.
Yes.
Okay, so perhaps then you also have the job of teaching and training and instructing.
Yes, correct.
And is it easy to learn what you have learned over the last 20 years for them?
Well, they are top level guys, and it has taken time, but also because we made together prototypes, and I wanted to see them, to set them up, to send to make them, and of course I corrected them anytime they made understandably mistakes, etc. And yes, sometimes I feel like a teacher, but because my method is to teach them something, and after that ask them to repeat exactly what I said.
Okay.
And if they do not repeat exactly, means they did not understand. And so we go ahead until they repeat exactly. Not
Now,
by memory, but, not by memory, because, then they have to make by hands what is consequent from the theoretical understanding.
So you're teaching them in practical tasks and also theoretical tasks.
Like it happens in every laboratory.
Sure, sure. Now,
in the laboratory of any college.
so now, do you have to be with them physically, or can you do this remotely to do this training?
Both.
Okay, okay. And probably then they have to contact you if they have questions, and it's as normal.
Absolutely.
Okay, now, so then, would you feel comfortable now if something was to happen to you and you couldn't work anymore? Would you feel confident and comfortable that they would be able to carry on the work?
Thank you for this question. The answer is yes. We made the last days of the last week. What we did has been like an exam when you make a thesis in a college. So I basically I interrogated. Is correct in English? Interrogated.
Yeah, yeah.
I interrogated them as if I was a professor, which I am not, and they students.
And did they pass the exam?
Yes, absolutely.
Very good. So now, you have explained recently that the relationship between Leonardo Corporation and this partner is that of licensor and licensee.
Correct.
So what will be the role of the licensee going forward in terms of the business activities?
They make the business activity, and the contract, the agreement that we made, is an economical agreement. Is an agreement that Leonardo made with them, mainly the property of Leonardo made with them, and it is based upon a commercial agreement. So the the relationship, once Leonardo has transmitted through me, and I am the CEO of Leonardo. Once they have learned from me, once Leonardo has transmitted to them all the knowledge and the know-how necessary to transform a manufacturing and commercial license into the activity, the commercial activity, and the real manufacturing, the role of the licensor has finished.
Oh,
Remains my personal activity as their chief scientist, while and that's it.
so
I hope I answered your question.
yeah. So it sounds like to me then that basically they'll be doing everything
Yes,
in terms of the business side of things, which would involve communication, advertising, distribution, shipping, production, all the things that a normal manufacturer does.
yes.
And now, is the license, I mean, I don't know how much you can tell me, but is the license like forever, or is it for a period of time?
I cannot enter in the particulars of the the license agreement. This is under NDA.
Okay, understood. But presumably Leonardo Corporation will continue to exist,
Of course.
but maybe not doing very much.
You know, that this is my opinion, but that does not depend on me. That depends on the ownership of Leonardo Corporation.
Okay.
I am not the owner of Leonardo Corporation.
Okay, understood.
I am
Now,
the CEO.
Now, currently, if somebody wants to pre-order an E-Cat, they can still go to your website and do that. Everything is
Yes.
normal.
Yes, they can go to www.ecatorders.com.
And
I will pass on all the pre-orders to them. I am already doing this.
okay. Now, but I would imagine at some point they will have their own website with their own ordering system.
Of
in
course,
place.
when they will be ready to deliver, all these confidential issues related to who is the licensee, etc., and will be stopped. Now there are security issues for which we all decided to keep all confidential.
Okay. And I think you mentioned in your recent update that the locations, you're not going to let people know where these.
No, for security issues.
Do you think that there will be more than one manufacturing location?
Yes, for duty issues.
Okay.
For duty free issues.
Will that be from the very beginning, or will that be something that will grow over time, the new locations?
I think it will be from the beginning.
Okay.
If not exactly immediately from the beginning, surely in short term.
So then what is necessary now what has to happen between now and when production begins?
Terminate all the manufacturing systems, which are very complex.
You say terminate?
Yes, terminate means completing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Complete. Sorry, maybe terminate.
Terminate means to end.
No. It was not, it is just a Roslish. It was not my intention. Yes, I meant completed.
Okay. And at what stage do you think you're at the moment in this process?
It's so difficult to answer this question because there are parameters that forbid to answer these questions. I can say that I still am hopeful that within this year we'll start the deliveries.
Okay. And is the licensee of the same opinion, do you think?
So far, yes.
Okay. And I think that's all the questions that I have for you today, Andrea. Thank you very much for the time you've taken and for what you've shared with us.
Thank you very much to you. It is always a pleasure to talk with you and your followers.
Okay, I know that
you are so precious for us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Bye.